That look and you know people have bad news to tell you. I guess they had to cut this trip short. Really, nigga? Man, if you don't get your camera, bruh, get out of here, man.
Jasper!
Shit.
Jasper! Jasper!
That's a spear in his chest.
Move it!
Get down! Get down!
Wait.
Oh my god. Who? My skin. Oh, do not show that on the screen again, please. Is it what happened to her? Oh my god, that is disgusting.
Are you ready?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts here, back with another reaction to Mad Men. Season 5 is going pretty strong, man. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here in Season 5. Now, it is up to us to figure out what the heck is going on in this series. We didn't see Betty for a while. We didn't see Betty in the last episode, I think, one last week. But last week's episode was really good, man. Lots of commentary to be made, of course, on the behalf of you know, Peggy and her situation there. And it's such a tough situation to gauge, because I know some people are gonna be like, you know, her mom should just be happy with what she's doing, right? And you know, as I said in my comments, I completely disagree, because I don't think that shacking up ain't for everybody. And I would say that, you know what I'm saying, 90% of people that shack up never really works out. It never ends well. It never ends in marriage. And you know, I dole out the advice, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to take my advice, it's whatever. For the ladies out there, don't shack up with a man, especially in your apartment. Like, that's some serious red flags right there. This man he don't even have his own place. He gonna come shack up with you? You know what I'm saying? Don't take dudes like that serious, man. If they don't want to commit, they don't want to commit. You gotta let them know there's gotta be a ring on this finger if you're gonna live with me. Point blank, period. Take what's yours. Take what's yours. Or let go of that man. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But anyways, guys, let's jump into the reaction. If you guys want to see more episodes of Mad Men, go check it out on the Patreon, man. If you want to watch till the end. Pretty sure by the time you guys are seeing this on YouTube, we should be done with the show, at least in the final season. So make sure you go check it out. Anyways, guys, let's jump in. I will see you guys after for the review.
Okay, Howard. I knew this day would come. Look, I already have life insurance, so make your pitch brief.
Are you kidding me? Look, I wasn't gonna put the arm in you, but you have a kid. I guarantee you that policy pays the company and not you. Just stop short the minute they put you in the ground.
I don't think you're right about that.
Forget it. I'll leave that to you and your sleepless nights.
Surprised you're not doing better.
You know what a new time means? It means I have a spectacular new side dish in the city. A blonde, tiny thing with huge tits. I got an apartment.
What's your wife saying? Aren't you worried you're going to get caught?
I'll be right back.
Okay. They're really highlighting the cheating in this show. Megan!
Where you been hiding all day? It's about to leave.
I've been working. I thought you were too.
Let me ask you something. When did music become so important? You know, everybody keeps coming in looking for some song, and they're so specific.
Well, no one can keep up. It's always changing. You have to go, and I have to work.
You know what? I don't know, man. Let's see where it goes.
I thought we were working.
Don just called. I have to meet him for dinner.
Nothing I can do about that, I guess. I don't know. You're not right.
They're exactly as you dictated them to me.
Not they're exactly like they're supposed to be, but they're not it. Go ahead.
Thanks. Good night.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
You didn't happen to see Howard Dawes on the train?
Talks about you often.
I'm sorry. He doesn't talk about anyone to me.
We should switch cars. I don't know how I'm gonna get these in there.
Except I locked my keys inside.
Oh, now that I think of it, I saw some fellow corner him in the oyster bar. It may be a while.
Can you just drive me home? The house is open. I'll deal with this in the morning. You're enough of a stranger that I've never heard your name yet. You know where he is, and I don't. Did you know that was a stop sign? You're an awful driver. Are you from Manhattan?
Hello?
It's me. Is Megan there?
Isn't she with you?
Yes. We're playing a hilarious joke on you.
A while ago to meet you at the restaurant. I don't know, after you called.
I didn't call.
Well, she must be at home.
I'm at home.
Peggy.
I don't know where she is. Do you know where Abe is?
Goodbye, Peggy.
Now Peggy's gonna think Megan is cheating.
House.
I don't know who she's meeting
Is it
with
harder to
though.
lie to me now that you
Is
know
she
me?
trying to act again?
Howard is working, I'm sure of it.
I don't even think he'd care if I was alive or dead.
Don't. Pete, go home.
I'm sorry, but you're being very...
Why is it that people always put themselves in these predicaments? This is none of your damn business. Go home. You're a married man. Go home.
You drove me home. Now leave me alone.
I'm not leaving until I'm sure you're not hysterical.
Why is this your... this fucking show is... This fucking show is gonna give me a headache, bro. I swear to God. I can't do it, man. I can't. I know she kissed them, but at the same time, it's like, why did you go inside the house, bro? Just putting yourself in these positions to... bro. Come on, man. What if he comes home?
Want me? You can have me. Are you really worried that Howard's coming home?
Well, yeah.
Hello? Hello? Peggy?
Pizza House!
Oh my God. Peggy. You crack me up sometimes, man. Oh my God. She really just said Pizza House.
I can't believe that happened.
Really, nigga?
They don't care what I say. They just watch my lips move.
I'm listening to every word you say.
Your irises are so blue and round. Have you
What
seen
about
those
yours?
pictures of the Earth from space?
I have.
This can never happen again.
What?
And here it
No,
comes.
of course I...
You should get home.
I don't want to leave you here.
Are you?
We're gonna have a snack and go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to leave you.
Nigga, you got a wife and kid at home, you douchebag.
Where were you?
Oh, I went out for a drink with Julie and Troy. Had to lie to Peggy to get out of there.
I've done that.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some crackers or something. You want anything?
No.
Good morning. Morning.
Megan's not cheating. She is doing something. I don't know what it is. The Peggy's gonna talk to her about it for sure.
I'm sorry. I had no idea he was gonna call.
Don't put me in that position again.
Amen.
I cannot lie to him. I lost a night's work. I couldn't sleep.
Would you stop? A friend of mine knows somebody doing an off-Broadway show. And then I got a call back last night, and I didn't want to miss it. But I didn't get it.
Why can't you tell Dawn?
Tell Dawn I still want to be an actress.
Do you? I know copywriting's hard, but you're doing great. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't think you had talent.
The day they asked me to take Stan's originals down to the printer, all I have to do is throw these in the trash and they'll fire me. And then I realized he'll never fire me.
Your point being?
You want to quit?
I don't know.
You know there are people killing to get this job, and you don't even want to do it?
I'm sorry I told you.
She's
didn't.
right,
I
though.
caught you. But you've obviously already made up your mind.
Because he's so easy to talk to?
Can't keep lying to him.
It's so simple when it's someone else's life, isn't it?
You're right. I don't care what you do.
Are you serious right now, Megan? For real? You let your father put all that bullshit inside of your head. Did you think, okay, alright, let's just play devil's advocate here and say Megan really does want to be an actress, which she said she really does want that. Okay. Why not just tell Don? Why not just say to him, hey, you know, I was thinking I should just quit this job and go try out for acting. I don't think Don is going to like tell you no. Megan, Peggy's right. It's none of her business. Do whatever you want to do, man. We're just they wreck their lives over fleeting things so much. It's crazy.
Anyway, Pat Wallace loved the way you and Megan, you know, your banter.
Dawn, where's Megan?
She's not coming.
I was just saying how Pat Wallace loved the Mr. and Mrs. Draper bit. So, Don, if you could bring everybody up to speed?
Well, I don't know what anybody knows about Cool Whip. Miracle.
Just do the bit.
Honey, I don't even think I want dessert. You love dessert, and you just want me to have some so you can have some.
I made two.
Is it?
It's Cool Whip.
It looks like whipped cream.
Just taste it.
Is it a topping?
Just taste it.
So it's a dessert.
Just taste it.
Is it sweet?
Just taste it.
That's the line. Just taste it. People are going to be yelling it at the TV set.
Cool Whip's not interested, or Dawn and Megan aren't interested?
We're not interested.
Don't you like it?
No, I do. Just absorbing it.
It burns me up too. I hate to be in workplaces with people who are obviously very talented at doing what they do, but it's not what they want to do. But they're just there. But it's just like, at least, yeah, I'm saying, if you're going to quit, quit. But don't tell me that you're going to quit because, and you're talking about how much you hate the job and all of this other stuff. Like, dude, if you're going to quit, just quit. I'm tired of hearing the rhetoric. Because if I see you and you're great at the job, right, and you're doing good at the job, right, I'm not saying that, I'm saying there's somebody else out there that needs a job. You act like you don't need a job, right? It annoys me because it's just like, for me, I can express that I don't like a job, right? Because obviously you would much rather be doing something else, but you got to work to pay your bills and doing all of that other stuff. So you understand that. So, but if I'm good at something, I know that I'm good at something. Doesn't make me like it, but I'm also going to put out full effort. You see, when you start believing that something else is going to fulfill you more as something else, when you start to believe that, what happens is this, right? You're going to start become lackadaisical on your job and not really want to do it anymore. You're going to make excuses and all this other stuff. All of this laziness kind of seep in to what you were doing before, because now you don't see the joy in doing it anymore. Because you don't have to like something to do it or to be talented at it. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody. I would say probably about 90% of the workforce in the world does not enjoy what they do. But some people actually end up in jobs that they're really talented at doing. And Peggy is very right for going at her and be like, you're taking up a spot that people would kill for. You're complaining and, you know, going to acting lessons and whatever. It can be hard, but she's very talented at it. She literally could do some of the pieces and be in commercials and stuff like that if she wants some acting gigs.
Beth?
Jeez.
It's
Damn,
Peter.
was the pussy that good, Peter?
I know
Damn.
who it is.
Meet me in the city. Anywhere.
Poor Harry, man. That's that
You
guilt.
still there?
You're taking away all my fears.
I think that's possibly the bluest eyes I've
Sorry, I
ever
called.
seen.
Just stop. Enjoy the memory. Leave it alone. I mean, fantasize about it. I will too. Don't call me again.
He's gonna call again. Just tell him. Secrets are never good for relationships, man. Not these kind of secrets. She came home late again? Is that what happened?
I have to talk to you.
What's wrong?
I lied to you last night. I told you that I went for a drink, but I didn't. I had a call back for a play. I feel really bad about lying to you.
And now you're telling me.
It's actually not what I want you to tell him.
No, lie to me.
No.
Did you get it?
What?
Depart!
No, I didn't. But it was incredible, Dawn. And I think I was pretty close. My heart was racing. I need to go back to class, but I realized something. I miss acting. I think I gave up too easy.
We can't be in the cool with bad. It's bad for business.
No, I just keep thinking I could be on Broadway. Or, I don't know, films even.
Sweetheart, sometimes we don't get to choose where our talents lie. I mean, what you did with Hines, it took me years to be able to think that way.
I can't explain it, but I felt better failing in that audition than I did when I was succeeding at Hines.
Because that was about making the client happy. You know, you walk down the street and see the work on a wall or on TV. That's when you feel something.
And I know the next thing is bitterness, and I don't want to feel that.
So what do you want to do?
I mean, there's no guarantee. And I'm so grateful. This gave me so much confidence. But I never tried as hard at acting as I did at advertising. It'll never be for me what it is for you.
I know it's uncomfortable for you with me there. There's a shadow over everything. But there are 20 firms that would be glad to have you.
Damn, he's even willing to let her go to another firm.
You don't want to do it.
I'm sorry. Since I was a little girl, it's all I ever dreamed about.
I understand. I don't want to keep you from your dream.
You're so good to me.
So what do you want to do? You woke me up in the middle of the night. It's obviously some sort of emergency.
If I'm in Dawn's position, I would support what she wants to do, but I'm gonna lay it down straight for her, and this is what I would do. I'm gonna lay it down straight. I'm gonna be like, listen, if you find yourself in a rut where one thing I don't want to hear, and I'm gonna lay it down straight, I don't want to hear you complaining, because there's a lot of women out there that do this, and when the men support them, it's kind of like if your wife decides to like go back to school after the kids and stuff like that, and then they go back to school and you're like, oh, you can, you know, I'll take care of everything, you can go to school, whatever, and then you start complaining that the schoolwork is too hard and I don't want to do this anymore or whatever, because I'm not going to hear it. I would lay it out for her and let her know that the minute if this starts to fail for you, if it starts to fail for you and you want to complain about it, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not the person to complain to about it, because you are at a job right now that you're talented at, that your talents lay, and you want to go chase a dream. Cool, no problem. I have no problem supporting that since is I need to have a fourth child on my hands, to support. Right? Um, that was a joke, guys. That was a joke. Don't take it serious. Okay? I'm just saying, right? I don't want to hear you complaining. If it does happen, we're going to celebrate the success. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to want to hear, oh, this is so hard. Nobody wants to pick me. And you guys know the emotions that women go through when it comes on to this stuff, man. It's not foreign. I've witnessed it myself with being in a relationship, for so many years with someone. And a lot of us don't, when it comes on to men, right? We don't get to achieve the things that we want to achieve, the dreams that we chase. We don't really get there, right? I could tell you guys the amount of dreams that I had to flush down the toilet just because of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Just because of where I am in life in general, that I had to put those dreams, like, not even on the back burner, just flush them down the toilet because there ain't nothing gonna happen to make me achieve these dreams. You get what I'm saying? So good for her. She found somebody that can actually, that she can put everything on hold and go chase a dream, right? Great for her. That's good. That's why we as men, we step up and we make these things happen. But I don't want to hear the complaining. I'm 100% on board with you doing these things as a wife. We ain't got no kids to take care of. Cool. I'm 100% on board. Because I was already providing most of the income anyways. Right? I'm talking about from Don's perspective here. Right? So at the end of the day, we know that Don can support this marriage on his own. You know what I'm saying? As in monetarily. So it's an easy thing for him to say, I'll support that. Go chase your dream. Cool. I'll support you through that. But I don't want to hear the complaining if it goes awry, because things do go bad. You might get 5,000, 10,000 no's before you get a yes to a part. And we're going to have to go through that together, and you're going to have to tough up, because I'm not going to be your emotional, footstool, if you will, for you just come lay all this on that you're going through. I'm not going to be that. I'm going to encourage you through this. I'm going to be a supportive husband. I am. I'm going to be a supportive husband. But the minute you start complaining, I'm going to be like, I don't want to hear it. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. You want to get the dream. This is what we're doing. It's going to be tough love. It's going to be tough love. I'm going to treat you like, I'm going to treat you like you're, you know what I'm saying, like akin to like you're a child that I'm encouraging to do these things, because that's what you have to do. It's got to be a mentor-mentee relationship, and we gonna have to kind of, have the side part of it being the husband and wife come first, but then the second part of it with you trying to go at this dream gonna have to turn into a mentor-mentee relationship. Straight up. It's going to be tough love. It's not going to be, oh, you're my husband, so I can complain to you about all these things now. Because I still need my peace. At the end of the day, I still need my peace. I'll support you in every which way that I can, but the complaining, we're not going to tolerate that. If we're going into this full steam, we got to do it. And we got to go in hard, and we got to do it.
You want to train somebody? No. Well, go in tomorrow and you'll say goodbye to everybody, and we'll get you on your way. That's what you want.
It's really that easy. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's hard to talk to Don. I'm like, seriously? That's one of the things that Don never struggled with. As cheating and as conniving, I never took Don for not an understanding person. He's a very understanding person. It's just that he does what he did with Betty was just absolutely wrong. And he felt that was him as a man, you know, just being, you know, a powerful dude, feels like he's untouchable, and he took advantage of that and felt like he couldn't lose Betty. You know what I'm saying? In the process. And he was doing those things just because of that. It was like a power play. Right? But I never took Don as a person that don't comprehend people or understand people. If anything, that's his greatest strength that he has, right? Of understanding situations and know how to maneuver with it and go with it. What is he gonna do?
Megan's quitting. Yes. So I think today's gonna be her last day.
Okay.
Do we make an announcement? Do we have a party? What's the protocol?
Why don't we have the girls take her to lunch?
God, man.
Dawn, I'll take care of it.
I love me some Joan, boy.
Megan, are you okay?
I'm not gonna be working here anymore. And it's really hard to tell everybody.
Hey, Megan's talking to you.
I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna work here anymore.
That son of a bitch!
No.
This guy.
No, I'm going back to try acting again.
Dan.
No, I better get used to it.
I was...
Me too. Acting is fascinating. It's probably easier for girls. Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Peggy, I've always appreciated what you've done for me. Not just yesterday. I should see Joan.
They give you a glimmer of hope in the midst of rejection. A misplaced word. A suggestion of the future. Or a court of law would look like
You're
an
acting
accident,
like
but it's not.
a freaking...
We're not talking about Megan, and we're not talking about Trudy.
Why do they get to decide what's going to happen?
Because they control
just do.
access to sex, you dumbass. And you fell victim to it. Yeah, dummy.
So enjoy your lunch.
I'll see you after. I have to get my box.
Do you really want to come back here and do this again?
He looks happy. I don't know how he really feels, though, because every time she's out of his presence, he, what, the elevator door opened? That's a problem. That is a huge freaking problem, dude, because people don't normally pay attention to where they're stepping a lot of times when they step into elevators. That could be tragic. The elevator didn't move. You need to get somebody to fix that, Don. I wonder if that was just in his head.
I wasn't expecting to see you.
Yeah, well, tonight I go home, have dinner with the wife. Everything's in balance.
You know, Howard, I talked to my office and it turns out you were right about my policies.
Oh, well, why'd you do that? You didn't even give me a chance.
I'm telling you, aren't I?
Go home, have supper, and stop by later.
Well, our baby's been sick. I could just stop by right now.
Beth's a great cook.
Is she?
Megan's lunch. I guess you have some extra work.
No, I told her I'd rather go to my own lunch with her.
I did not see it coming. I thought she would fail here.
I think maybe I was harder on her. Scared her away.
Second wives. It's like they have a playbook. Peggy, she's going to be a failing actress with a rich husband.
I think she's good at everything.
Then you had every right to be hard on her. Did you know that he met Betty Draper doing a print ad? That's the kind of girl Dawn marries.
This is gonna be crazy. This drama. You have kids?
You have a lovely home.
This is my friend Pete from the train.
Jesus,
He has, believe it or
what?
not, an insurance emergency.
Oh.
Really don't want to be an intrusion.
It's fine. We've always got room for one more.
Pete is here. Pete is like, I'm here to wreck your world if you don't give me what I want. Yo, this man is a menace.
I'll be at the Hotel Pennsylvania at 12:30.
No.
This man,
Throw it out.
this
Yo,
man
died
is
young
a
in plane
menace,
crash, right?
dude. He's like, I want what I want.
Howard, may I speak with you?
Where are you going? She's got a migraine. You got me in a little trouble here. Don't run away.
Okay.
I do it all the time.
Get used to this because there's going to be a lot of crying from rejection.
Try and hold it together.
It's a pale day for me. I get it.
I thought for sure you'd come home drunk.
Megan, it's okay.
I love you. You're everything I'd hoped you'd be.
I don't know, there's something wrong with this picture. There's something wrong with this picture. Every time, he's like he's slowly descending into madness right now. What is going on with Don?
Now you got your wife, right?
What?
Damn sure
Listen,
it kind of
Phil,
looks like
Don's
him,
wife
though.
is sick. This is Peggy. She's the copywriter. It'll be just as good. Go ahead.
Honey.
No, it won't be
Yes,
just as
dear?
good. This is gonna suck.
I was just gonna say it. It's Cool Whip.
That's right. It's Cool Whip. Just try it.
Honey, is that really what you want? Don't you want me to taste it?
Yes. Just taste it.
Why? Is it a topping?
Yes. And you can put it on ice cream, fruit.
This is
So
going
it's a dessert,
horribly
then?
wrong.
Just try it already.
Just don't
Just
be
taste it.
pushy.
Well, thank you.
Pleasure.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So thirsty. Look, I think you did great. It wasn't
No,
what it
you
was about
didn't.
anyway.
That
You
was
know what it
horrible
The
cringe.
actors can remember to say, just taste it.
You think Megan would come back and do it in the office?
Megan is not the problem.
You didn't want her there. You were threatened by everything about her.
I spent more time training her than you did in 8 months defending her.
She was great at it.
She thinks advertising is stupid.
No, she thinks the people she worked with are cynical and petty.
I did everything right, and I am still getting it from you. Shut up!
I'm sorry, you can't smoke in here.
She was still in the room?
What happened?
She's following her dream.
I sure as hell didn't get to choose what I wanted to do. My father told me. This is just the beginning of a process.
I don't know. I suggested that path on our honeymoon. She said my kids were enough.
Jane wanted a baby, but I thought, why do that to somebody?
Why shouldn't she do what she wants? I don't want her to end up like Betty or her mother.
You gotta go home. Let her know there's a routine. Keep you both out of trouble. Mona's dad told me that.
Christ, how many times have they kissed in this episode, bro?
I don't know what's going on.
Dang! They're like, hey, we have a goal. We gotta kiss at least 10 times in this episode. They're gonna kiss again. Jesus. What the heck? Yo! It's like compensation. It just feels like the kiss is the method of transaction here. So, okay. That woman has you wrapped around her finger, bruh. You shouldn't even be in this position. Meanwhile, Megan is out here living her best life. It's crazy, bruh. Damn. I thought it was the end of the episode. So you have a few seconds to go. It's literally one of the worst feelings, man. You know, and I understand what he's saying too, where it's like, why shouldn't she get to do what she wants? You know. Because of his past transgressions, you know, he's kind of making this compromise for her. And mind you, it's a good compromise, because if if it happens that she failed, which I'm not rooting for her to fail, right? If that does happen, you know, she can't say he didn't support her. And that's the thing, where that's really and truly, like, we're looking at the future on the back end of things, to see where we end up most of the time with our loved ones, right? We're looking at it as like, if I do this for you, I'm doing it because I don't want to hear about it later, right? And it might be a terrible way to look at things. We should just do them just because we want to, but there's an end game to everything. You get what I'm saying? Because if you succeed, I succeed. right? If you succeed, I succeed. And if you fail, I fail, right? So of course we share the grief together, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is, right? There's always something on the back end. We got to look at it and like, well, if this fails, you know, you can't say that I did not support you, right? So that's out of the picture. So now we can experience this failure together, because it's a very, the reason why I say that is because women are notorious, and men too, right, for doing these things, right? When people support their dream and whatever, and then they fail at it, or they're just not that good at it. If you don't, I mean, in the circumstance where you'll be like, you will say to them, but you're not talented in that. Why you wanna even go try it, right? And then they go try it. They go try it anyways, and then they fail at it. Then they be like, but you never supported me. They want to throw that in your face now. It's like, I already knew you were gonna fail. That's why I told you not to try. That sounds very wrong in so many different ways, but people really are like that out there. I'm a supportive kind of dude. Like I support people who chase their dreams. You know what I'm saying? But I would be remiss to not say that, you know, I'm kind of guarding myself a little bit against it, because it's just like, yeah, if something does happen, or if you fail at what you're pursuing, at least you'll know that Terabyt supported you in this decision. And you know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm rooting for you to fail. It's a matter of, okay, I know I supported you. I gave you love. I showed love in that aspect. I encouraged you to do this, so that you can't say at the end of the line that I did not. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's, I guess you could say, protecting your ego. I don't know what you would call that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to speak the truth when it comes down to certain things of why I do certain things, right? People can sit there and they could say, oh, I do this because I love you, right? And that's a very simple way to get out of everything, right? A lot of things that we do for other people, right? A lot of things that we do for other people is for them not to be able to say, well, you didn't support me in this and you didn't support me in that. A lot of times when we do things for people, I know for myself, a lot of times I do that, but it's not always the case. Sometimes you really do things to people just because you love them, right? Especially your significant other. But like for friends and stuff like that, a lot of times I do stuff for friends is because I don't want to hear the foolishness later on if you fail at this and you're like, oh, you didn't support me, Terabyt. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have no say now. You can't say nothing now, right? But at the end of the day, some of the times you can see failure coming from a mile away and other people can't see it. It's just like, bro, I've known you my whole life. I've known you. You have zero talent in this. Zero talent to go pursue something like this. And it's not like you're giving yourself enough time to learn. This is not in the case of Megan, so don't relate it to that, right? You have people that go out there and they just jump into stuff just because. I'll give you guys an example. It's a little bit more tangible, right? I have seen people go into sales. Now, sales is not a very strong suit for me. I was trained, right, in doing sales. So I know sale tactics, things that, you know, people do in sales to sell stuff, things that they say, wording, all of these different things that people do in sales. I was trained in doing this. I had zero talent before that in sales. I couldn't sell you anything. I couldn't sell toothpaste to teeth. You get what I'm saying? It's a terrible example, but you get the point. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like I didn't have any talent for it, but I was trained in it. So now, not necessarily develop the talent, but the skill. You get what I'm saying? So when people don't get any kind of training to develop that skill, and they just want to jump into something without having any talent for it, because some people are born with a natural talent to sell things to people. You get what I'm saying? Some people have the talent of doing it, and they don't really need to go trained to gain the skill, right? They don't really need that because they have the talent. Maybe they will need training to get to another level of selling stuff, but overall they exude that kind of enthusiastic, upbeat attitude that just get people to want to buy stuff from them. Some people are born like that, right? So that's what I'm saying when I'm saying there's a difference between talent and skill. You jump into something you have no talent for, you get no training for it, and you go jump into it and you tell that person, hey, I've never seen you sell anything to anybody. I don't take you for a salesperson. You can't sell. Okay? If you don't go get training for this, you're going to fail. And you tell people something, a harsh truth like that, and they're like, man, and you get the excuses, and then you be like, all right, go try it then. Right? And I can tell you at 100%, it's a failure. Almost every time. You know what I'm saying? Not almost every time. Every time. Okay? Every time. Not almost every time. Right? Every time that I've seen this happen, that is what happened. Okay? Every time. People just fail at this because you don't take the time to go gain the skill to actually go into that stuff. And yes, there are some levels of sales that you don't really need. That's why most companies that are doing sales, you have to get training. Right? If you guys know anything about tech sales, right? I've done tech sales. Quite a good career to get into, by the way. If you've never heard of it, look it up. Right? And the training was 4 months, I believe, right? Training was like 4 months, right? Yeah. Training was like 4 months of learning how to do tech sales, learning the industry, learning how to sell to big businesses and stuff like that. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. So getting that training trained me how to do that. And quite substantially, if I might add. So a lot of people, they get into these things and they want your support. And Don has the money to support his wife to do these things. So I'm not against it. Support her. I don't think he's entirely happy about the situation because most nights she's going to be gone, so he's not going to be able to come home to his wife, right? Which is, as he comes, she's leaving. That is not very good for especially a marriage that is that young. It is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. Yes, I'm not saying that is make or break for a relationship if something like this happens, but it's not good, especially for a young marriage, for a couple to not be seeing each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, you have one working in the day and the other works at night. It's not a good thing, because when I'm coming home, you're leaving, and when you're coming home, I'm leaving. Be damned, they're not going to be spending no time with each other. So it's not good for a budding relationship, but let's see where it goes nonetheless. Pete, don't get me wrong. This lady, she's a beautiful woman, right? Probably wouldn't be necessarily, I can objectively say she's beautiful, right? Probably not my type. Joan is more my type more than anything else when it comes on to just overall the type of woman that I like. Joan is more there. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's missing when it comes on to Joan and why I'm attracted to her is she don't really got no booty. I like a little booty. I like a little something back there to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? But it's not something that would like stop me from, you know, approaching somebody that looks like Joan. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't stop me from doing that. So it's not a make or break situation for me. If me and a woman can vibe really good and they ain't got no booty, I could roll with it. You get what I'm saying? I could roll with it. We could still, you know what I'm saying, be in a relationship and live happily ever after. I'm cool with it. It's not a make or break thing for me. But I prefer that. But sometimes you do, because if somebody's great and they're doing those things that really matter, giving you peace, respect, all these things that matter in a relationship to a man, you will, you know, compromise, right? You will say, okay, you ain't got no booty, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got a real vagina down there, we can do stuff. You know what I'm saying? The booty ain't a big deal to me. Same with the boobs. Like a woman with boobs, you know, with a nice set of something, right? But if she has like I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say I would be good with A cups though. Like B'ing up. Gotta be B'ing up. Okay? Gotta be B and up. I can't deal with the A cups. The A cups are too small. I think that would be a turn off for me. Being a little bit too personal, but whatever. I'm super transparent on in the internet for some reason, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm just this stuck up, just want to talk, you know, down to people or whatever, as some people seem to try to peg me as on my channel. I'm just discussing this stuff openly, because a lot of times people are afraid to talk about these things and express how they feel about certain things. Men don't even want to talk about their preference anymore, even though women openly talk about their preferences all the time on what they want in a man. Men are afraid to put their preferences out there because they don't want to be seen as, you know, all these little buzzwords that they have going on today, misogynistic, and you're objectifying women, and you don't have no respect for women, and all of this other stuff. Like, you should settle for whatever, you know what I'm saying, as long as they're a woman. And it looks like life doesn't work like that. We have preferences. We're different things of what we're attracted to, right? Even as men, some men don't mind if a woman got a flat chest. I mind. You get what I'm saying? So there's a huge difference. So yeah, man, this was a great episode. I don't know what Megan is thinking. As I said, from the last episode I watched, I could tell that something like this was coming, where she's gonna make a drastic decision based on what her father told her. So here we are, really and truly, here we are, and man, it's been a ride. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, man. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.